Husband, 25 male, is smothering me, 26 female, to the point I think I want a divorce. Basically the title. We've been married 3 years. We spend nearly every second of the day together when we aren't at work, but he insists on calling me all damn day. He calls me on our way to work, he calls me on his break, he calls me when I'm trying to do my work, he calls me when he goes to the bathroom, he calls me when he's on his way home. The to and from work call is every day, usually with one additional call. We have one day off together every week that I reserve for us. My other day off, if I try to leave the house before he goes to work at noon, he pitches a fit like a toddler. Texts me constantly when I'm out. I've nearly given up on having any fun with my friends lately. The real kicker is that, when we were long distance due to COVID border restrictions, he cheated on me. It nearly ended our relationship. I have been trying to heal, process, and forgive him for the past year and a half. He would go days ignoring me, lied to me, berated me, whatever. In our case, he's genuinely sorry and I have access to every social media he has, so I know he isn't cheating again and I genuinely believe he has no intention to. I also have never cheated on him. When I first discovered the cheating and we chose to work it out and stay together, I wanted all his time. I felt insecure and I feel like that's normal in that situation. However, this is way more than I ever asked for. He genuinely will not leave me alone a single second of the day. And this behavior is recent, since he started working full-time again. Like I love him, but when he calls I just immediately get angry and the resentment is building on top of all my feelings about the cheating. I need space. I genuinely feel like I'm gonna snap and say shit I don't want to. I'm at the point that I don't even know if I want to keep fighting to continue the relationship, because he just refuses to let me exist. I also struggle with the whole grass is greener thing. I get approached fairly regularly, and part of me just wants to be free again so I can fuck around like he did while I was gone. I won't, of course, but it kinda occupies my mind a lot lately. I have no one in mind, just the urge to go pick someone up at a bar or something. I wake up to him groping me while I'm trying to sleep and whining for attention. I try to sleep, he's up my ass wanting attention. I shower without him, he's whining. He follows me to the toilet half the time. He sits on the couch, I sit on the bed, he whines that I'm not on the couch. I can't handle it anymore. I've not sat him down and had a serious talk about it yet, which is why I'm here. Advice would be much appreciated. Thank you for reading. He cheated on you. He lied to you and berated you. He throws fits like a toddler. You feel angry and resentful toward him. He's interfering not only with your friendships, but with your ability to independently use the bathroom or shower. At minimum he's needy and disrespectful and unable to take your needs into account. At worst he is controlling and abusive. None of this is healthy at all. This isn't just smothering, it's controlling behavior, it's abusive. The tantrums when you try and set a boundary show that. I think you need to pack your stuff when he's out at work, leave a letter and go to a safe place. Don't tell him where you are. I think it's likely you'll need a restraining order. Line up a lawyer. Gather evidence. You married a puppy. You should get a divorce if you think that is what you need. So he cheated on you and now he's isolating you from your friends? Let it go to voicemail whenever he calls, and only talk to him by returning his calls at your convenience. Be real slow in replying to texts whenever they feel excessive. I'd divorce and move on with your life. I would make it a point to move out with the aid of friends or family, preferably when he isn't home. His controlling behavior is flag in my book and it's better to be safe than sorry when dealing with someone who is obsessive and controlling. I broke up and she keeps bugging me. She wanted to break up with me because of our long distance and I begged her not to, but she still wanted. We broke up and she blocked me on everything. After some time, a few days, she keeps telling me how much she hates me and how much she wants me to kill myself, and when I ask her what do you want, she tells me she wants me to stop texting her to get back together, which I wasn't doing for like a few days. Maybe only like the day or two after a breakup, but I stopped. She just unblocks me and tell me to die because we broke up, and when I ask her if she wants to get back together and look into ways to make a long-distance relationship work, she says the only way is if I move to her city. We are both teenagers, what the fuck? I tell her we broke up and it's over unless she want to come and sleep over a few times if she wants to OFC, but she says no and that I should kill myself for ruining the perfect relationship. She was the one that moved towns. WTF am I supposed to do with this nutbag? We are each other first boyfriend and girlfriend and we had amazing 2.5-year-old relationship, but after her father died and mother started manipulating her it all went bonkers. Do I try to get back together or do I just let her do what she does and let her vent out on me? Edit. What do I do with all the stuff she bought me, cuz I do love the stuff but it still pains me, skeptical smiley face. Edit. I just called her and gently told her we're done forever because of how she treated me and that I will be blocking her. Thanks for all the comments and advices, I really needed it because it's my first relationship and I have fears of being left. Thanks again guys for helping me get out of a toxic relationship. Neither. You block her. It's unacceptable for her to tell you to kill yourself. You didn't ruin anything. She didn't ruin anything. She moved. It happens. The long distance thing didn't work, so it's time to move forward. Let her know that you won't be bothering her or communicating with her anymore, and you'll be blocking her accounts and number. Man, exes be exes. Block her and save yourself the mental mind games she is playing on you. Use the block button. That's what it is there for. You block her. If she continues through other means, keep records and report her to the police. Do not, and I repeat, do not get back together with anyone WHO tells you to go kill yourself. Do not get back together, and you are not her punching bag. Hi, lady's name. You broke up with me, I very much wanted to find ways to stay together. Your messages have been extremely abusive, so we are definitely not getting back together or going to keep in touch. I wish you well, but we're going to go our separate ways now. Please do not contact me any further. It is actually illegal and actionable to tell someone to kill themselves. But you should hear that she absolutely does not want to get back together with you. Best case, she wants to keep using you as a punching bag because of her own emotional grief she's going through. Don't let her do that. Ooh, you should send her a news article linked to the girl who kept telling her boyfriend to kill himself and when he did she was convicted. Then 100% block her. Do not ever unblock her. Time to take out the trash and move on. Do your grieving and move on. You'll be happier. My stepfather and my sister are creeps. I posted it under another subreddit but my boyfriend suggested I should post it here too. So for some background. I lost my mom when I was 12 and my dad when I was 2, I am 18, now. My mom married my stepfather when I was 5. So basically he is the only dad, my sister, 21, and I've ever had. My sister lives with our stepdad because the house still gives mom's warmth, or at least that's what she told me. Utter rubbish. Yesterday I came back home from my boyfriend's place 2 hours early because I wasn't feeling well. I knocked, didn't get any response. I have a spare key, so I got in and heard M0ing in my kitchen. When I got there quietly I saw my stepfather and my sister F+CKING. I don't know what to do. I ran from there. I don't think they saw me and I haven't confronted them yet. I am at my boyfriend's and planning to stay here for a while. I don't know what to do. Any advice will be helpful. This man has been raising your sister since she was 8. Nothing about this is right and I'm so sorry you had to see that. Is there someone you can speak to? A college or a school counselor? Or a trusted family member? They may be able to advise you on how to approach this with your sister. Whether or not she's able to acknowledge it, she was groomed in some capacity. She would have been 15 when your mum passed away and was very much a minor and you have no idea how long this has been going on. I'm sorry, I'm a doubtful person at heart. If this is true, that is actually really sad. I'm sorry you had to see that. I haven't the slightest clue what you should do either, but I'm sending love to you and hope somehow everything works out between all of you guys. There is a chance your stepdad has groomed her and been abusing her? I dunno what you should do, but for whatever reason it's happening. It's not right. He's raised her from a young age, so something isn't right. Maybe try to speak to your sister, but tactfully if you can. To be honest, your stepfather is a creep, but I wouldn't come at your sister like that. She was more or less raised by him, and he groomed her, it seems. I'm not in your place, so I can't be honest as to if she knows better or is actually just interested, but either way. Stay away, but don't abandon your sister. I want to preface this by saying that I cannot imagine how traumatic that must have been for you to walk into. With that being said, I hope that you will one day realize that your anger with your sister is misplaced. Your stepdad raised the both of you from the time that you were children. Whether your sister realizes that now or not, she was groomed by him. He is the one that is at fault here and he is the one that is the creep. Your sister is a victim here. Don't blame her and call her a creep, she was groomed by your stepdad. I don't want to invite someone to my wedding and my mother-in-law is being insane. My fiancé, 34, and I, 26, have been incredibly happy and he popped the question last December and I was over the moon. The issue? His mom being insane and manipulative about our wedding. She's always been the weirdly kinda emotional incesty and things have to be her way. I'm pretty laid back, and have for the most part have learned how to dodge the drama, etc. For 2 years it's been smooth sailing, but today really rocked the boat. And I stood my ground and now things are going wild. My fiancé had a female friend who is married who didn't at all respect the line of our relationship. Female friend, FF, is also incredibly close with the future in Mill. Today started like any other of her being mad about X, Y, Z or whatever she drums up to be upset about. Until she mentioned the golden question, aren't you going to invite FF to the wedding? She's family. Normally? I'd be all for it. The issue is that FF has no boundaries and the 2 years we've dated she's invited her friends to come meet him, tried to hook him up with numerous other girls, sent him pictures of underwear and sex toys, and said that he should wear X outfit because it makes his manhood look great and she likes to see it. Not wanting to stir the pot with Mill, who FF would surely run back to, he's dodged her icky comments and left her on read. Naturally I'm not comfortable with her being there on our wedding day, to which Mill told my fiancé, I don't care what she says, FF is coming. I texted her and explained why I'm not comfortable with her being there. I mean the day should be shared with people who want to support us, not bring down our relationship, right? I offered to sit down and talk with her about my concerns. To which, Mill read, and called my fiancé 6 times to raise hell. I'm at the point where I'm standing my ground but I'm not sure what else to do. She called to scream and told him, tough shit. Thoughts? Fiancé, where does he stand on this? If he is with his mom on this, you have an significant other problem. If he is on your side, he needs to shut Mill down. He also needs to block FF. Why isn't your fiancé saying anything though? Your fiancé needs to back you up and you both agree FF is not welcome at your wedding, and if Mill keeps pushing it she might not be included either. If your fiancé doesn't fix this situation pretty quickly, I'll go ahead and say you have a lot more bullshit ahead of you. He needs to tell her that the friend is not invited and that she needs to shut up. This needs to happen ASAP. And your fiancé needs to apologize to you for letting things get this bad and ensure that it won't happen again without immediate repercussions for his mother. If Mill can't behave now, she won't behave at the wedding. What do you think the chances are that she'll bring FF with her or try to get her in somehow? You may want to consider having security at your wedding. First of all, your fiancé needs to step up and deal with his mom and her tantrums. It's his mom and you shouldn't be having to deal with her bullshit. Secondly, it might be wise of you to tell your fiancé that you are going to hire security who will kick out any unwanted or disruptive persons at your wedding and reception. Get some serious professionals, not some idiots. Pros will quietly eject unwanted or disruptive persons. Give them a pic of this woman. They can stop her at the door. Your fiancé should warn his mom that she will also be ejected if she causes drama of any kind.